We've got a lot of really important stuff to talk about today. Some things that are a little bit more confronting, and we really want this stage event to be quite transparent, but also lots of cool stuff to share as well. So in 2022, there's no denying the fact that the largest hurdle we faced was dungeons. We realized this wasn't the kind of content we like to make, and that made it producing it really, really difficult. It's such a complex system, and there's so many moving pieces. And in order to create a good dungeons experience, it's really a full-time job. The team's made a pretty conscious decision to stay clear of just grind heavy systems and content that requires us to continually add and expand upon, like, indefinitely. An example of this, are things like badges, dungeons. These are systems that you make once and then you kind of need to always add to them.
Badges, as they are right now, players will have to go through mindless tasks to get to the content that they want, and it's kind of boring. It's a boring chore to get there. Um, our goal was to make people to give them things to do with those tasks, to have them do daily things. But at the end of the day, the way we did it doesn't feel right. It feels very forced, and you're just walled off of content that you should be able to enjoy right away. We'll focus on approach and progression more organically instead of watching your levels and XP go up. So to get better as a player, you should simply just explore the world and enjoy the content. With that in mind, we'll be removing parts of the badges system that we're confident aren't healthy. We'll be removing tasks and player levels, and instead we'll be keeping streaks and a badge crate while also adding new stuff, new rewards to the badge crates. Um, the level requirement being gone will mean that users can access all areas of content. However, things may instead be walled off by a difficulty barrier instead. Badger will become retired, and to achieve a streak, for the day, Badger will simply request 3 random items from the resource world from you each day. If you give them to him, he will increase your streak, and then you can get back to playing. For those who have worked hard to grind player levels, of course, it's been a bit for nothing. Uh, so we'll be working on ways to compensate those who have worked hard.
For those people, we want to make sure that you walk away feeling satisfied, whether or not that's, you know, special cosmetics for people that have reached certain milestones, or, limited edition furniture, or, a lump sum of rubies. We're open to anything as long as you will walk away feeling happy. The resource worlds are a massive part of Origin Realms, and arguably the most important part of Origin Realms too, because that's the Minecraft vision. We just want to add content to the resource worlds constantly. So yeah, moving forward, there won't be dungeons, but there will be bosses. Bosses will be found out in the resource worlds. They'll be, just generating in the worlds like Mojang kind of intended. Bosses will be kind of, they'll be inside of these really cool structures that exist in the resource worlds. They'll be guarded by their own exclusive set of mobs. And it will, it'll be this really cool content, this like arena style content where you need to kind of fight your way into the boss and then take it down, and you've got waves of mobs coming at you and all that kind of stuff.
Regions that the dungeon, again, I guess I shouldn't call it a dungeon anymore, but it's more like a boss arena now. They're located in very challenging areas that are taken over by this ancient evil called the Blight. And the idea is the Blight is this ancient evil that twists familiar biomes into brand new and challenging locations. Wherever you find a boss in the world, you'll see the Blight taking over the surrounding area, which will indicate danger from afar. All future bosses and their structure will be located in their own blighted version of their respective biome, and all of their supporting mobs will be moved exclusively to the blighted biome, as well as having exclusive new resources, building blocks, and all sorts of things. One of which will be the new blighted badlands biome. So, this new land will be the new exclusive home of most of the bandits, all strata golems, as well as some never before seen mobs. And of course, this will be the heart of, this land's boss as well.
Another thing that we're passionate about focusing on is really just removing all non-cosmetic items from the store. You can expect to see legendary keys and rare keys, inevitably get removed from the store. They're not going away. They're not going to become these legacy items. You'll just get them from playing the game. Let's talk about the last kind of big, scary, drastic decision that we've made for this stage. Here's the big one. As of tomorrow, we are officially going into 1.0. There's going to be a little patch tomorrow. We're getting rid of the Mayday event. We're doing a bunch of little feature changes and stuff like that. Just little stuff. It's not this massive thing that we've overhyped it to be. Our biggest mistake was overhyping 1.0.